Welcome to English Talk Avenue, where we learn English through real stories from the world. Listen calmly, learn slowly, and enjoy this meaningful journey with us. The story of Nestle begins with a human problem, not a business plan. In the middle of the 19th century, Europe was changing fast. Cities were growing. Families were moving from villages to crowded towns. Life was becoming harder, especially for poor families. One of the biggest and most painful problems of that time was infant death. Many babies did not survive their first year. Mothers often worked long hours. Some mothers were sick. Some could not produce enough milk. There were very few safe food options for babies. When babies could not be breastfed, their chances of survival dropped sharply. This reality was heartbreaking for families and deeply troubling for doctors. Henri Nestlé lived during this difficult time. He was born in Germany, but later moved to Switzerland. He was a trained pharmacist with a strong interest in science, nutrition, and health. Henri Nestlé was not just a businessman. He was a thinker and an observer. He paid attention to the problems around him. He listened to doctors. He watched families struggle. He saw that many babies were dying simply because they did not have the right food at the right time. Henri Nestlé believed that science could help solve this problem. He did not rush. He worked slowly and carefully. He experimented with different ingredients. He studied how babies digest food. He wanted something simple, safe, and nourishing. After many trials, he created a mixture made from cow's milk, wheat flour, and sugar. He removed the hard-to-digest parts. He focused on balance and safety. This product later became known as Henri Nestlé. The real turning point came when this food saved a baby's life. A premature baby, who could not be breastfed, was fed Henri Nestlé's formula. The baby survived. This was not just a success. It was proof. Proof that science and care could work together. Proof that nutrition could save lives. This moment gave purpose to Henri Nestlé's work. He was no longer just experimenting. He was responding to a human need. At first, Henri Nestlé did not think about building a global company. His focus was on helping families. He sold his product locally. Doctors began to recommend it. Mothers trusted it. Slowly, word spread. Demand increased. The product moved beyond Switzerland into neighboring countries. Even then, quality remained the priority. Henri Nestlé understood that when it comes to babies, trust is everything. As the product reached more families, it became clear that this was not just a small solution. It was answering a widespread need. Infant mortality was a global issue. Many countries faced the same problem. Nestlé's infant food offered hope. It represented care, science, and responsibility. The company logo, a nest with baby birds, reflected this idea. It symbolized protection, nourishment, and family. Henri Nestlé eventually sold his company, but the values he built into it did not disappear. The new owners kept the focus on nutrition and quality. They expanded carefully. They did not forget the original purpose. Saving lives through better food remained at the heart of the business. This purpose guided decisions as the company grew. Milk soon became a central focus. Fresh milk was dangerous in many places due to poor hygiene and lack of refrigeration. Nestlé worked on condensed and powdered milk. These products lasted longer and were safer to transport. They helped families who did not have access to fresh milk. Again, the goal was not luxury. It was safety and nutrition. As the world entered the 20th century, Nestlé faced new challenges. Wars disrupted supply chains. Raw materials became scarce. Factories were damaged. But the need for food never stopped. In fact, during hard times, nutrition became even more important. Nestlé adapted its production methods. It focused on essential foods. It worked closely with local communities. the company learned how to survive by staying useful. The original mission of saving lives through nutrition influenced every step. When Nestle entered new countries, it did not assume one product would fit all. It studied local diets. It learned what people ate and what they needed. This respect for local culture helped Nestle grow without losing trust. Food was not just a product. It was part of daily life and tradition. Scientific research became a strong pillar of the company. Nestle invested in laboratories and research centers. Scientists studied vitamins, minerals, and digestion. They asked how food affects growth, energy, and health. This research improved existing products and created new ones. The company believed that better knowledge leads to better nutrition. Over time, Nestle expanded into many food categories. Coffee helped people start their day. Chocolate brought moments of comfort. Cereals supported daily energy. But even as the product range grew, the foundation remained nutrition. The idea that food should support life stayed central. The focus on infants never disappeared. Baby food and infant formula remained sensitive and important areas. Nestle continued to improve safety standards. It worked with health professionals. It understood that responsibility in this area was very high. The company knew that its decisions could affect lives. As Nestle became larger, it also faced criticism. People questioned marketing practices. They raised concerns about health, environment, and ethics. These challenges forced the company to reflect. The original purpose became a guide again. Improving quality of life meant listening, learning, and changing when necessary. In recent decades, Nestle has talked more about health and wellness. It has reduced sugar and salt in some products. It has focused on transparency and clearer labeling. It has invested in sustainable farming and water protection. These efforts connect back to the original idea. Nutrition is not just about food. It is about long-term well-being. The story of Nestle shows how a company can grow from a single problem. It started with one man who cared about babies he had never met. It grew because people trusted its purpose. Saving lives through nutrition was not a slogan. It was a real action that shaped everything that followed. This story also teaches patience. Henri Nestlé did not rush success. He tested. He failed. He tried again. He focused on quality before scale. This approach built a strong foundation. When growth came, it was supported by trust. Today, Nestle reaches millions of people every day. Its products are part of daily routines around the world. But behind this global presence is a simple beginning. A time when babies were dying. A man who believed food could help. A decision to act with care and science. When we look at Nestle through this lens, we understand that its story is not just about business. It is about responsibility. It is about seeing a problem and choosing to respond thoughtfully. It is about understanding that nutrition can change lives, especially the smallest and most vulnerable ones. This is why the first goal of Nestle matters so much. It shaped the company's identity. It influenced its choices. It created a legacy that continues today. Saving babies' lives through nutrition was not only the beginning. It was the compass that guided the journey. If you enjoyed this calm and meaningful story, and want to keep improving your English through real-life stories, please subscribe to English Talk Avenue and continue learning with us.